Well, okay, my friends, this is going to be ultra quick. This is one of the strangest things I've ever seen on Google Earth. And this is right up in the area in the Sahara where the gigantic fish and the dragon are. Now look at this. This does not look well traveled. This does not look, I mean, I can see somebody's been there, but that's just like a one-time shot to me. Now, this does not look like anybody's traveled here. Nothing around here looks like it's traveled. But look at this stuff. Look at that. What the hell is going on? What is it? What is this black looking, very dark black looking things? This corridor that goes up in here. Look at that. And again, this does not look like a worked site. It doesn't look like it's being heavily worked or anything. It's just what it is. I don't know. This is out where that set of numbers was. Because I came back up to look at the numbers. I figured I'd look around to see. Because this is right on the fish's fin. And I thought maybe I could find something else about it. But look at this. What the hell is going on with that? Now look where this is. If you know about the dragon and the fish, I'm going to show you right now where this is. Alright, so don't forget, that's right here. I should pin that. I never can do this right. Yeah, okay, good. That's good. Okay, now, so we know that this is the craziest looking thing I've ever seen. Now, here it is here. And here is the other one. I think this is the one with the numbers on it. Now notice this here. You see that coming up and around? That is the fish's fin. They're both right on the exact same layer of the fish's fin. And this is the gigantic fish. He's going that way. That's his eye. I don't know what that is. I'm pretty sure of what I'm saying. You can take it for however you want, but I'm going to tell you right now, that's his fin. And this is the dragon up above, and that is, it's the dragon. That's all there is to it. And he's spitting out this nasty, noxious stuff down at the fish, and that's where it collides with his fin. This is runoff. This is running off, but the rest is still coming down and hit the fish and ate right into his flesh. Now, I showed you what we were just looking at. Whatever it is, I don't know, but it's here in this same layer. If we, what the hell is that? I don't know. There's so much to see on Google Earth. Every time I come up here, I just spellbound. So we're just going to continue on with the same. See at the curve? You see the curve? We're going to curve around, and here it is. Now, what are they doing down here? Why did they do this with these numbers? You see that? I can tell you one thing. I am certain. This is biological. That is a biological piece of that fin. This is, you see, whenever you see an abrupt transition like that, that's just not accidental. This same thing here, you see that's a membrane. Whatever's in there appears to be the center of whatever that structure was. Now, do the fins on fish have like little spots like that? I mean, you can see them all over the place, but this one's particularly well patterned. But they all have that red, and they have all the stuff leading in and so forth. And then they all have the membranes. And this is not just runoff like hills and valleys. You see it? And it's the same stuff. And it's the red and the black and all the little runoff and the membranes. So is this some kind of pattern on the fish, on the fin of the fish? I got to look into fins. If anybody is a fish person, maybe they know. But that fish fin runs all the way down. And here it's getting covered by mud or something. I don't know what's happened there. But they are both right on that same line. And I bet if I look around I could find some more that are just sort of patterned. It appears that there's either the stuff is eaten into the fish at this point and causing this, or these things were part of the fish's fin originally. Now a fin has to do this little floppy stuff. Maybe that's involved in the little floppy stuff the fin has to do. Because there's a lot of them, not just one here and there. And a fin is, again, it's a floppy little thing that just does all that kind of stuff. It's not like flesh. This right here is the flesh. That's flesh. All of this is flesh, and that right there is the flesh. And guess what? After it went through the fin, it ate into the fish's flesh. This is actually arteries, veins, capillaries, lymph, everything. You see that? That's an artery. That right there is an artery. These are the blood vessels. They come down and they distribute the blood to all the cells. When they get down, they have to dump into the veins, which this is the vein, is right there. Veins are not tubes. Well, they're tubes, but they're porous. So this is all filtering in all the way in your veins. The veins not just one big tube. It's not, and there's holes in it everywhere. And all of this is the fluids that are filtering into the vein. This fish is so big. This is like unbelievable detail of his vascular system. All the blood vessels, all the artery, the capillaries, veins, everything. And it's just, I know it's just too spectacular for most people to join in on quickly, but you know, if you keep looking, it's very hard to dismiss. These are all dragon scales. That's the dragon scale throat, coming all the way down. It's collapsed inside, and there's the throat coming all the way down. And there's some kind of organelle down here. There's two of them, right, side by side, and I think it's just tonsils. You see that right there? This is the throat right here. These are the scales, and it's collapsed. And look at that. What is that? That's not accidental. This is something. It's here for a reason, and so is this one. And I got a feeling something right here that's bleeding over to here works with this system. Whatever this stuff is, you see, I mean, it's some kind of dragon scales, quite obviously, but it appears to be a little different. Look at this one over here. You see that? That's not hills and valleys. When are these people going to wake up? And this right here, that's the source of the toxin. What's this? There's so much stuff to look at. We could spend weeks here. But that's his head and his nose, and there's his big nose. They have a big nose, and then they have the beards. There's the two beards right there, side by side. And this, with all that yellow stuff is coming down, turned into the noxious, nasty stuff that came down and whacked the fish. And again, this is written about in Apollodorus. You look it up, Apollodorus 1.6.3. He was chasing the gods, and the gods turned themselves into animals. And Ares turned himself into a fish, and that is a fish. Now, I don't know, is that Ares? I don't know. Now the gods just leave their bodies behind and they go back to being gods somewhere else? I don't know. A lot of things that I don't know. But one thing I do know is that's what these two things are. And it is written in history exactly. The account is identical. And Typhon's throat is cut right here. Slash by Zeus with his great and mighty sword. Slash right across his throat. And he's bleeding out in the desert here. And that's where all that red blood is bleeding out here. And red and black is the colors of veins and arteries. And the rest is just dragon scales. You got Google Earth, come up and look at it. I've shown it 100 bazillion times, and not one single remark from academia about it. Not from any of the astronauts, nobody. They're up there, they can see down there. If they can't see that, there's something wrong with these people. There is something wrong with them. I can't believe anybody is that incompetent that they could look at that and not understand it. That's my statement. We need to have some people that are willing to say things that are true. I know they're not welcome, but they're true. All right, I love you all. Thank you.